Hello and welcome to another episode of the 1990 Rewind, where we look at films released in 1990 that are turning 35 years old in 2025. And because this is the last weekend before Halloween, had to get in one more scary entry. Last week looked at Tremors, this time a little bit more dark and serious of a scary tale, and that is Misery. This one, based on the Stephen King novel, has a great script from William Goldman, directed by Rob Reiner. Probably not the kind of film that you would think of necessarily when you first think of Rob Reiner, the guy that made Spinal Tap, the guy that made When Harry Met Sally. Uh, he has done some more serious and dramatic things, directed A Few Good Men, but this one a little bit more in the horror range. Actually, won the Saturn Award the year it was released for best, or was nominated for the Saturn Award for best horror film. Did win an Academy Award for that woman right there, Kathy Bates, who plays Annie Wilkes here. This one focused on a writer played by James Caan, who has just finished his new novel and is heading back. Name's Paul Sheldon. He's driving a Mustang in a snowstorm, crashes, flies off the road. He is found by a local resident, Annie Wilkes, played by Bates, who is something of a super fan. She ends up grabbing him under the guise of healing him and making him well, but it turns out she really has some other motives and some other plans, and that doesn't turn out exactly spectacular for Paul. Some great performances here. I think James Caan is very good. I very much enjoy Richard Farnsworth, who plays the sheriff, Buster, who kind of stumbles on things. We get Lauren Bacall pop up in a couple of sequences here. But this is really about Kathy Bates and James Caan. They are both great. You can see why Kathy Bates won the Academy Award here. A very dynamic role. This one, maybe not the scariest of all Stephen King. Stephen King adaptations kind of run the gamut of different stories. Maybe not the scariest setup and premise, but a very intense story, a very intense film, and one that feels very relevant to this time of year. It is streaming on HBO Max until Halloween, so if you want to catch it, that is an easy place to go and find it. But couldn't let the spooky season or a look at 1990 pass without looking at the film Misery. So that is this week's Rewind. We'll be back next week with a little bit of a lighter rewind as we kickstart November.